Hi there, brilliant people. So today, as promised, I'm going to talk about something simple that you can do in the physical to start to change your relationship with money. And one of the reasons why I really wanted to talk about it is because it is a very important step, but it's also a step that a lot of people who are highly intuitive, they find it very difficult. And there's a good reason for that. And however, there is a hack for getting around it. So, and what that step is budgeting. Now, don't groan at me because I cannot budget to save my life. It's not the maths. I mean, my father was a mathematician. I can do the mathematics. That's fine. But it's, it feels like I'm putting myself in a straitjacket. It feels like I'm putting myself in a cage of my own making. Because if I'm telling myself I can only spend this amount on this and not that amount on that, it just feels like it's making life unnecessarily hard. Like if I have to worry about turning on the heating on a cold night because of the budget, or I can't go to and have coffee with a friend, whatever it is. It just feels like it's making life unnecessarily difficult, as I said. And added to that, because of the nature of my work, because I have my own healing practice, well, income goes up and down every week. So that also makes it tricky. I mean, there are ways to do it. You can average it out and all that kind of stuff. But as I said, it feels like it's a lot of work to just make my life harder. But, fortunately, there is a way around it, as I said. And, the thing is that, as I said, a lot of intuitive people find budgeting really difficult because they don't necessarily enjoy doing that level of left brain work. If you're someone who does, brilliant, I think that's really cool. I think people who can do budgets are amazing. It's just not something I can do personally. So of course, using the systems thinking that enables our, which is the logic of our right brain or our intuition, there is a way that we can do it. Not so much in the left brain sort of adding up columns and figures and stuff kind of way, but there is a way that we can do it from our right brain. And when we do it from the right brain, it becomes the no budget. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, as I said, systems thinking. So it's when we think about what is the purpose of the budget. So the purpose of the budget is actually not to make your life miserable, although it might seem like that at times. The purpose of the budget is to actually get to the end of the week or month or whatever and still have money in your account, actually have some savings, because that's really important, because it means that even if you have credit card debt or whatever, or other kinds of debt, if at the end of the month or whatever, you have some money that is your money, that's what starts to change your relationship. You actually now have money. It enables you to start to focus on having money rather than having debts. And that's really important. So what is a no budget? How do we do that? Right. Well, these days it's a lot easier than it used to be because we have all these online accounts and things like that. So what you do is you set up an account with an automatic payment, so that however often money comes into your account, weekly, monthly, whatever, you just set it up so that some money just disappears from your account every day and goes into your savings account. Because it's part of human nature that however much money we have in our account, we tend to spend it. I'm particularly bad with this, to be honest. I can go up the street with $20 in my pocket or $200 in my pocket, and yeah, it's it's not good, because I just have to make sure I limit how much money I go up the street with in my pocket, because I'll come back, I'll have spent it all. I don't even know how I do it sometimes. It's not good. Because anyway, it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter because I practice the no budget. So what that means is, yeah, every week some money just disappears from my account. So I know that, the savings are taken care of. And when I've spoken this with some people before, I mean, particularly if they are, feeling like they're drowning in a lot of debt, they feel like they can't start it. And look, I get that. I've been there, done that. But you have to start, because if you don't start, your relationship with money is never going to change. And it's not about how much you're actually saving. It really isn't. It's just about starting so that you can change your relationship with money. So some people, like, particularly, like if you're only, like if you can only afford $20 a week, well, do that. But I've had clients who say, I can't even do that. And I go, well, $10, $5, $2, 20 cents. And you can't tell me that you can't save 20 cents a week. You can. Just don't have that extra topping or whatever. You can save 20 cents a week. And if that's all you can manage, start there. And yeah, it might seem like, well, what's the point in that? Like if it's 20 cents a week, even after a month, I'm only going to have, some months you might have $1, but a lot of months you won't. You'll only have another 80 cents. But you'll find that when you can do the 20 cents or $5 or whatever, it, as I said to begin with, it doesn't really matter how much it is, because to begin with, it's not going to feel like it's making much difference, no matter how much it is. Because to begin with, it doesn't matter how much money you're earning. If you're feeling like you're under financial pressure, however much money you feel that you can commit to, the no budget, saving for you every week, it's not going to be a lot. But that's not the point initially, because the point initially is just to get to a point where you have some money. Because if you've spent your whole life just, living paycheck to paycheck, so you've never had any of your own money, that's a very different relationship with money. That in fact, you don't really have a relationship with money. You only have a relationship with debt. And that is a different relationship. Quick story, ex-boyfriend, some years back. Anyway, when we first got together, it came up in conversation. He had a lot of credit card debt. Reasons, understandable, but yeah, a lot of credit card debt. And I had, this is pretty much what I said to him about practicing the no budget. And he had all this credit card debt. He felt that he couldn't. And, I think he started with, might have been $10 a week. It wasn't much, whatever it was. Anyway, but after a little while, he then had a little bit of money that it was his own. It wasn't much. It was like, $200 or something. But it fundamentally changed his relationship with money, because when he was using his credit cards, it was like he was spending money that wasn't his. So like it's like spending money was nothing to him. But once he was aware, once he had his own money, his awareness around what money he was spending, just his awareness just went up. And because of that, by the time we broke up, he'd paid off his credit cards and he'd bought a house. So it is possible to change your relationship with money. And you can start that with the no budget. So I would really encourage you to do that. If you have questions, please put them in the comments below, because it's a really important thing, because the more people that we have in the world who have integrity and insight, intuition, who have got the resources to help co-create a more positive future for this planet, well, the better. So if I can support you in doing that, I'm there for that. So do that because you want to express your brilliance so that you can, of course, remember that you're brilliant.